What's good, YouTube? What's happening, squad? TK Squad back again with another relationship talk video. It's your boy Travis checking in.
And it is your girl Kiana, aka Queen Key, off in this thing.
And this video, I want to this subject came about from one of the videos we did recently. It was one of the Queen Naja videos, and the topic was brought up about Clarence not liking baby CJ. So it was like a lot of back and forth in the comment section about, you know, if he said that was messed up, if he don't like him, that's messed up. And then a lot of people were saying, like, you know, how can he not like a child, or how can you be with somebody that don't like your child? And a lot of people were saying that that makes no sense to them because they don't see any woman being with a man and not liking their child. Now with me, I think logically, and I can't say I don't see no woman being with a man or no man being with a woman who don't like their child, because it happens. You got a lot of people that date a woman and the woman don't care for their kids. Does that mean they're going to break up that woman? No. I mean, I would, because I'm not going to be in a relationship with nobody that don't like my kids. Period. Because that relationship is destined for a downfall, regardless, unless you just going to let your kids and them get into a conversation, which is going to cause a conversation with the other parents and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a rift of bullshit going on from that. So my thing is, can you be in a relationship with somebody that don't like your kids? I don't see how it's possible. But it happens.
Now, my take on what Travis is saying is a little bit different, because how he said he don't see nobody's been in a relationship where somebody, like, for instance, Travis had a son. I started dating Travis, and I don't like his son. I don't physically tell him I don't like his son, but my action shows different. I think he would notice little stuff, because you would notice if somebody don't like your child. Like,
yeah, nobody, because nobody's gonna tell you, but they're gonna, you know, just when the child is around, you don't want the child around, or you say little stuff, or you do little things. People are petty.
Your demeanor.
People do petty things. Yeah.
Now I feel like this. It has to be a reason to why you just don't like somebody's child. Now, not saying this is for everybody, but I have a ex-friend that have a son, and her baby daddy is married. His wife can't stand my friend, and it trickles down onto her son. And it's always like issues back and forth and like stuff like that. Because some people are just spiteful. Because I don't like your mama, I'm going to mistreat you. I don't like you.
I just always have thought that's the most, especially coming from adults. Now, if it's kids, sometimes kids can be petty and don't even understand why they're being petty, or can be stupid and don't even understand it. But to me, when grown-ass people don't like you because of the person you're connected to, that shit is just stupid as hell to me. Like, if I don't like this child because I don't like his mama, you know what I'm saying? That shit is dumb as hell to me. It's like, at the end of the day, you know, you are your mama's child, but you have nothing to do with it. You didn't do anything to me. You didn't say anything. Now, only reason why I'm not going to like that child is if that child has disrespected me in a way, or that child has done something to me. It's going to me, it's not going to be nothing towards that adult. And I feel like anybody that think like that is just like, you need a reality check with yourself.
And it's a lot of people out there, because, you know, I have a brother. His dad, wife, was blatant. Now, she was blatantly like that's not my child. I don't want to deal with your child. Now, she never met my mom ever, so I don't know what was her dislike towards my brother.
Well,
now, she was just one of those ones that you was playing.
Yeah, it might not be. It had nothing to do with the parent. I just don't like the kid just because. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never seen no shit like that ever in my life. Like, how could you dislike a person that you married to, kid, or that you dating, kid?
I mean, you know what? People for their own reasons have their own purposes. I'm gonna tell you how some people think, and it's weird. But for instance,
Jack.
Hold on, man.
Jack, why you roll that ball in here?
But get the damn ball out of here.
You just threw it over in the kitchen.
Anyway, y'all. Let's just roll back. Anyway, y'all. Let's say for instance that I had a previous, baby mom, or that I had a kid with her, right? Mm-hmm. I had a previous life with her, a kid with her, right? A lot of people look at situations, say for instance you came into a relationship with me now, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they want to almost erase what was before them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you and that child and everything, we starting over fresh, just me and you and our family. Or if I got, or just say she got a child, then now she wants you to be centered into her world. And don't have anything to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
I think a lot of guys, and I'm gonna say men, that have outside kids, and I don't understand this either. They have outside kids and they move on to a new relationship and almost forget about the kid they got.
You know what's funny? You explained LaToya Luckett and her husband. Because he has a daughter, and she wants to be it to just be her
and the new baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's jealous of the relationship with the original daughter, and that man loves his daughter. That daughter's gonna always be there, and it's like if you don't accept that fact that daughter's gonna always be there, if you don't accept that fact, you gonna tear your marriage apart, because you're not gonna. A lot of men you can kind of make them move on in life, and a lot you can't. Mm-hmm. He's one that you can't. You see what I'm saying? Because that man is a father to his child. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was just watching this today about, I watch Play all the time, but they was asking somebody on an interview about this Gucci Man thing. The story supposed to came out that Gucci's baby mama supposed to put out paperwork showing that she's on Section 8 and stays like in housing and shit like that. And he only pays like $800 a month in child support.
Well, let me ask you this. What's wrong with her being on? Because he's famous?
No, what they're saying is that being that he has stupid millions, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That his child shouldn't be living in housing. Like the baby mama should, like we're not saying that she should be getting $20,000 a month, but she definitely shouldn't be living in housing on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's what they're saying. Like there's no way you should be paying $800 a month, because not only do you got it, but you're on Instagram and shit flossing it. And the more to the story I'm saying is what they're saying is that he has this wife now. He's living this lavish life. He's moved on, and you've almost forgotten about this child that you got over here. You know what I'm saying? Is
that his only child?
I think so.
Okay.
But it's almost like you moved on and you moved on to a new life. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And maybe was it the new wife that helped you do that? Or was it just you mentally? You know what I'm saying? But it happens, you know what I'm saying? Men move a lot of men tend to do that. You know what I'm saying? They move on because the person either didn't like your child or didn't want that child to be a part of this life.
Well, I think it tends to be a lot of men, because I don't see too many women.
That's why I said men.
That
leave
their kids from the beginning and let the father have full custody.
Yeah, facts.
Now, sometimes I have seen on some of them crazy TV shows that we be watching, women have custody with the father, and they send the kid with the father, and then won't go back
and just get the hell on.
I done seen that.
It happens, but it happens so rarely. Like on a scale of man to woman, who would leave first? Most times it's the man. You know what I'm saying? Now the women have up and left too, but you know what I'm saying. But that's why I use the man as that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men, I know for a fact in Georgia, I seen somebody else just do an Instagram the other day and was like, men ain't no excuse. You need to be in your kid's life. You need to do that. You better tell her this and fight this. And I had to explain to that person, right? Because I was watching. I wrote back and spoke to them. I said, listen, you understand in Georgia, if you're not married to that person, and it's fucked up in Georgia, but if you're not married to that person as a father, you have no rights.
You have no rights.
Especially, they're going to ask you this one question. Who does the child live with?
Yep.
If the woman says, me, it's almost like, okay, you shut up. You have no rights. This is fact, y'all. As a father, you have no rights if you're not married.
But sometimes it's like that when you are married.
No, when you married, it's a split.
No.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, if the person says, who does the person live with, then yeah, they're gonna say, well, you got to go with that person. But what I'm saying is, in the court system or anything,
but the court system is still fucked up on that not married, because when my cousin was young, my aunt was married. They were going through their divorce or whatever. I'm assuming her dad feared that the mom was going to get some type of full custody or whatever. Well, he kidnapped her. It was living in the same state as my aunt. And the court was like, well, that's her dad. We can't go and take.
Exactly. But you just almost went to what I was stating. Because they were married.
But they hadn't been living together for like 2-3 years.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, but because they were married, they have equal rights. Meaning that he took her, that's her father. Yeah, we can do about it. You got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? If they wasn't married, you know what they would have did? They would have went and got that fucking child and would have pulled and took her back to the mama where she originally lived. You see what I'm saying? But because they were married, he had rights as her father.
But what I'm saying is, the divorce was already being going through the system, and then in the midst of him having her, their divorce was final. Yeah, and they still didn't go get her
because before it was final, they were still married at the time. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into that. You know what I'm saying? But if it would have been just like, that's the baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? Then it would have never been no custody, anything. They might have locked his ass up for kidnapping or some shit. I seen men get locked up for kidnapping their own kids, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, there wasn't no kidnap. I would have got my kids and I ain't bring them back, you know, the whole time. And it's like, damn, that trying to get you for kidnapping because you ain't bring them back Sunday, you brought them back Monday, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So like a lot of situations like that is a lot of men move on. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that because I don't give a damn what you don't like about my child. I'm not moving on and leaving my kid. You know what I'm saying?
Their relationship be cut short.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my kid. But like I said, can you be with somebody? Could you be with somebody that didn't like your kids?
Hell no.
Because like I said, 9 times out of 10, most people are not going to tell you that.
Because I feel like if you don't like my kids, then you really don't like me.
Well, see, once again, like I said,
you don't love me for you not to like my children.
But you know what? Like I said, and I'm not gonna trickle down because I don't like trickling down. A person can love the hell out of you and can't stand your kids.
And what I'm trying to say is, but why? What's the reasoning?
But what I'm saying is, okay, peep this, because we're not gonna not fault the kids. I've seen situations like, for instance, my mom and my dad split up when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And my mama had situations where she had and my dad had a girlfriend or two in the process, you know what I'm saying? But my mama had, boyfriends or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now, each situation I came into play with another guy that my mom had, well, she always explained, I guess they always had that conversation anyway, like, this is my son, if you gonna, you gonna accept my son if you gonna kick it with me, you know what I'm saying? But on my behalf, I always knew that I had to play my role and just be respectable anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of kids that fuck situations up too because they come into a situation saying and doing fucked up stuff towards the person, which is obviously gonna make a person not like you. You know what I'm saying? You got big hand for your little. But anyway,
I was trying to squeeze it.
oh God, I thought you were gonna forget that joke. Did not know
No!
that. You sit on the video with a big ass shit hanging on your lip.
What?
But
Tripping.
anyway, no, what I'm saying is a lot of kids create those situations. We're not gonna act like they don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen a lot of kids create situations to not be liked by the other person.
But
And when it's like that, most of the time it's older kids. And when it's like that, then sometimes you can't just say, well, if you don't like my kid, fuck you. Sometimes you gotta check your kids.
But this the thing though, and not saying all kids are like teenagers are like how I was, because most of my time I lived with my aunt growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So when she was dating this new dude,
Mm-hmm.
He came in trying to run shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I'm not saying my aunt worked a lot. She was one of those working moms that your kids be at home a lot by themselves because she's the sole provider of the household. Mm-hmm. So not saying that we was just running them up, but
a little bit.
We got to do what the fuck we wanted to do.
So y'all running them up a little bit. Yeah.
So when this dude come in and telling us, like, you ain't even been dating her for a month, you come in, you meet the person and whatever, they say what's up or whatever, okay, cool. Then you move in, like, after a month or two, then you start trying to run the household. People looking like, what? Who is you?
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you something. I've told you this before. As a child, you have a place. Your place ain't to say who is you. You see what I'm saying? And I've always told you that. And that's what creates a situation where that person don't like that child. And then the child don't like that person. Because as a child, it ain't your place to say who is you. Your mama brought, or let's say your aunt, your mom, she was like a mom, she's your aunt, you know what I'm saying? But your aunt brought this man into this house. If you have a question for that, then behind closed doors, you and her deal with that. You know what I'm saying? You always supposed to show that man the utmost respect.
But that's what I'm saying. Never. Now, this for me. Now, I can't say the same for my cousin because she wasn't having that shit. Mm-hmm. But never did I disrespect this man. I told my aunt what it was behind the scenes.
But I'm gonna tell you.
I'm like, Auntie,
but I'm gonna tell you
this
something.
ain't cool.
I didn't know you as a child. But
You know me,
hold up. But I didn't know you as a child. But I know you as a grown woman. I know your attitude. You don't have to tell someone, I don't fuck with you, without, you know what I'm saying, showing them I don't fuck with you. So basically, he might have told you something, right? And you might not have said, who the fuck you talking to? First of all, you wear your actions all here. You see what I'm saying? And all here. You know, your actions, you wear it. So he could have told you something, and in the walk-off phase, a person automatically know, oh, she being nasty. You know, it's just there. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying, as a child, that's why I never had those problems. Because if a man figure that was in their house, first of all, my mama put you there. You know what I'm saying? So those two adults. So if you told me to do something like Nick comes, hey, go wash them dishes and all that. I just do it. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying though, you right. My attitude as a grown woman is different. But as a kid, you ask I was never disrespectful or bad. And like I said, I never told this dude I didn't like him. And my actions never showed it because you know why? I stayed in my room. I played my part by that. When he was there, I never came out. So he never had to see me.
I'm gonna give you another.
But my cousins on the other end, they showed that we don't fuck with you.
And that's wrong as hell. That's not your place as a child. Like your mama chose that person, you didn't. Like for instance, I'm gonna give you another example. Like for instance, you took you took the role of guardian to your brother when he was what 14, something like that. Now, which made him basically like your child in that house. You know what I'm saying? You took the role of his guardian. I was in that house too. You know what I'm saying? The reason, and I always thought that I would have those issues with him because I'm like, okay, he a little young man, he gonna be feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? But the reason we never clashed and had those issues is because he always had respected the fact that I was the man of that house. You know what I'm saying? So the thing, what I'm saying is, even if he thought it, like I'd be like, hey Jim, you know, can you go wind the dish or whatever? He might have thought, nigga, fuck you in his head. You see what I'm saying? But he never physically told me that, and he never showed it to me. You see what I'm saying? So he always remained in his place, which made us get along in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always respected it.
But that's what I'm saying. You have some kids that stay in their place, like my brother did. That was me with my auntie's husband. I stayed in my place with him because I looked at it like this. This is not my mom. This is my aunt.
Yeah.
She brought me into her house.
Yeah.
At the time, I couldn't be with my mom because of situations she was going through. So I felt already like I'm an outsider. So I can't act like how my cousins act. So that's why I never acted the way that he, you know, I told my auntie stuff that he would say that was rude and nasty to us. Mm-hmm. But I didn't act like they did.
Yeah.
So you got some kids that stay in that fine line. They act like me and my brother did, and then they act like my cousins did. So all kids are just not asses to make people not like them.
They not, but I think a lot of times it is on the kid. Now, when you're dealing with little kids, I feel like there's something personal there that make you not like that kid. Like I said, maybe you trying to, especially if you have a kid with this girl now, you know, especially if y'all have kids now. I think you trying to almost damn near erase this kid from, you know what I'm saying? You want to make it your little family, you know what I'm saying? And you want to move that kid on out the way, which that kid should never be moved out the way. That kid, first of all, the kid was there first, so the kid's going to always be there. Second of all, the kid is just a part of that person's life, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Now, like what you were saying, if you don't like the kid because you don't like the parent, it's possible. I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? But that shit is so fucking childish and weird to me. I just don't do the trickle down effect. Like if I just say I don't like your homeboy, so I don't like the nigga that he hang with. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like your mama, so I don't like your damn sister. You know what I'm saying? Or your grandma. Like that shit, that trickle down doesn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I have to dislike you. So if I don't like your baby daddy, I'm not gonna say I don't like your baby daddy. So I don't like his kids. They didn't do anything to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him. I can't stand him. You know what I'm saying? This is literally. But anyway, it just don't work like that for me. You know what I'm saying? I could love the kids and hate him. You know what I'm saying?
But some people are not like that. You got people that physically say, you know what, I don't like him, so I don't like
anything that's a part of him.
Yeah.
That's weird. But
I don't like her. So I seen the story on, we finna wrap this thing up, y'all, because I know it's long. But real quick, I seen a story on Facebook where it was a man and a lady. They had a young couple. They had done joined their families together. Well, she didn't have any children. He had children with her.
Okay.
So he had a child before. So they had 2 kids. I think they had 2 kids together. He had a child before. Do you know when this dude wasn't there, she would purposely be mean to his little girl and like punch her and stuff like that. And she's in jail now because she strangled the little girl.
Oh yeah, it happens.
And baby's in what is this? ICU?
ICU.
And she's in jail for cruelty to children.
That's just an evil-minded person, though.
Man, and her whole reasoning was because she didn't like his baby mama. So she didn't like the little girl.
Yeah, he's just an evil person. Just an evil person.
But, man. that's our thoughts on it. So y'all let us know what y'all think about this relationship talk in the comment section below. I know it's kind of long. If y'all want to see more relationship talks, drop a topic in the comment section of this video. And if it's an interesting topic, then we'll do it the following Tuesday or after that.
Yep.
But with that being said, make sure you like, you comment, and you share these videos, and we will catch you on the next
video.
Peace.